But I think, I mean, didn't his dad, is it Jor-El? Is that how you say his name? Or Jor-El?
Jor-El. I know El is technically the last name in Krypton.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Or at least for his family.
Yeah, because it was Kal-El, which is Superman's real name.
But anyway, his real dad from Krypton, I think had blue and white. Did he?
No, he had like gray and black. It was like a brownish gray when he was walking around.
Oh.
And then like the enemies had more of a darker black and whatnot.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not remembering it correctly, but I don't know why it was blue and red. It just was.
I mean,
It'd be nice to have that explained.
maybe they had it explained in the comic books, and then the movie was just like, get your comic book friends to tell you.
I don't know.
But I did like the material on it. It looked
yeah.
like chains.
Like he said, the armor was awesome.
No, you're talking about like the actual armor they were in the beginning, right?
No, I don't know.
I was talking about this.
All of everything that everybody wore except for humans.
Humans.
I was talking about Superman. Like when
Yeah.
you did a close up on his suit, it was like chain.
Chains, yeah. I like that too.
So,
Super special chain. Okay.
and I was always wondering, like going into the movie, I was wondering, what made Superman so much different than everyone on Krypton? Shouldn't they be able to fly and all this? And then it actually goes and says, no, it's the gravity of Earth and the fact that he was born naturally and the fact that the Codex was completely poured into his DNA.
Yeah.
So it's like all that combined.
And then he adapted to, the world so that gravity became like nothing to him.
And sound and
whatever.
sight was enhanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he wasn't from that world,
Mhm.
but because he was on the world, he was able to kind of manipulate the atmosphere to whatever he liked because
So,
he wasn't of that world.
so like, think about it. He's freaking out when he's a kid, looking at all the muscles and everything.
Yeah.
Like, that's because he was growing up. But what if that happened to him as a baby? Think of how badly he'd be freaking out then.
What did y'all think of like the scene with him in the closet and his mother came to the school and he's talking and she's talking him down? What did you think of the world's too big, Mom? We'll make it smaller or something like that. I don't remember what it was.
I liked that.
That was
Like that?
Yeah, I like that. But like, I felt almost bad for him because of those kids around him. It's like,
Making fun of him.
yeah, I was like, that's gonna suck later on. Hey, is the world smaller too? Yeah, hey, why don't you go to Disney?
Yeah.
It isn't.
Yeah, it's a small world.
I mean, he was. It brings up a new perspective of Superman for me because Superman for me was always just this awesome guy, everybody loves him kind of thing. But this movie, you get to see him as a kid when he's getting made fun of, he's getting bullied, he's weird, he's a strange guy. It's not like he's awesome, he's Superman. It's like he's got weird power, stay away from him. And I've never seen that side of Superman before, so it was actually really cool to see that side. And how he progressed and how he grew up with that, but still became this awesome, like noble, humble guy.
Yeah.
I just thought it was awesome.
Um,
And he didn't fight back at the bar. I was so happy. I was like, if he hits him, my whole perspective of Superman in this movie is ruined.
Yeah.
Do not hit him. And then he didn't hit the guy in the bar, and I was like, yay! But he destroyed his truck outside, which was awesome.
For me, I was kind of on the bar with that. I was like, dude, he still took revenge. He may not have punched him, but he still took revenge.
But it added humor.
Yeah, it was funny. And
His truck just
back to when he's bullied and everything,
Yeah.
So kids did get to play with him because I guess they didn't explain that really why kids couldn't play with him. It was his parents, but was it because they were afraid he would play too rough or what was it?
Well,
I mean,
I think the bus thing is the thing that really
I'm
hurt his reputation with everybody.
No, I'm talking about when he was in the closet. One of the girls said his parents don't even let him play with other kids. I was like,
yeah,
why not?
Well, they were just trying to protect him, I guess.
Yeah.
But at that point, they were probably still thinking the CIA was going to come to their doorstep any second. So, which they never did, which is weird. Hello, something strange comes into our atmosphere. Nobody notices.
Like,
What if it was like a cloaking device? What if it had like a cloaking device and nobody could
Now that makes
Track
sense. That makes
Another
sense.
thing, actually two things, because you just reminded me of something. How did the dad get the ship underground by himself? He couldn't have. He would have to have someone to help him. And if he did, why would they not ask questions?
Yeah, like hide in the base and like below the barn. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but how did he?
I don't know how he got it there. That's crazy.
And
I mean, I guess he drags it with his truck.
was his truck strong enough? I mean, I know it's a Ford, but.
Tough.
But
They should have advertised that.
no more advertising in this movie.
Oh,
The
gosh, we have one
advertisement.
I think we had Nikon, Sears, 7-Eleven, and we
Oh
had
my gosh, the Nikon
IHOP.
advertisement in this.
IHOP. Man, IHOP.
Fight in IHOP. They are fighting in IHOP.
Actually, when he found IHOP, and when he was okay, one of two things happened in this movie. When he came out of the closet, I want him to look at the kid and say, "I'm not a freak." When they called him a freak in the closet, I want him to do
Boy,
that.
he came out of the closet. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Or
Just kidding. Just kidding.
or when he was at IHOP and he sees his old bully or slash friend or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
They never really expounded on that. But he looks at him and I was like, for the guy go, Clark? Or something like that.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah, but like I'm glad they didn't do that with either one because if he came out and said, I'm not a freak, could that have been too unoriginal? Like a ton of movies have done that. And if he had went looked down and said like, Clark? A lot of superhero movies have done that, and so it was okay.
Yeah.
But I wish they expounded on what their relationship was as kids, because it goes from bully to, hey, let me help you up.
Yeah.
Were they friends? Did he just respect him? What was it?
I was expecting that character to be more developed because of the fact that it did seem like they were friends later on.
Mhm.
After he saved his life and everything. So I was expecting something, but nothing happened.
You remind me when you said the ship was invisible. Okay, the ship that carried the bad guys. It was meant to go into a wormhole and stay there for what, 1,000 years or whatever.
I don't remember.
All right. Anyway, they put them in the ship to be imprisoned in, right? So they were in prison. It was probably navigated to go into the wormhole for 1,000 years and come back. Why would you put a planet destroyer on a ship full of prisoners?
I don't know. That's just stupid.
Yeah. And there's
Maybe they were
Didn't they
expecting
convert
to load them up.
something into a planet? Didn't they?
Yeah, they
They
didn't have
converted
it. Yeah.
Or something?
no, but they did have it because even when they do the flashback of them coming out of the wormhole, you see it.
Yeah, I know, but they had gotten it somehow, or they had, like he said, like made it.
They made
To
it
be
like do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't that they had
Maybe
it.
if the planet hadn't exploded, then they wouldn't have gotten the means to be able to do that. I mean, of course, it said that when the planet exploded, it brought them out of
Yeah.
the, what's it called, the Shadow Zone or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shadow.
Phantom Zone.
Phantom.
There we go. So, maybe, yeah, they just didn't account for the planet blowing up and them coming out of the Phantom Zone.
Yeah.
But
So
no, they,
soon.
they knew the planet was gonna blow up.
No, nobody
Well, they-
believed him.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah,
was
no
just
one
like,
believed
oh, well, yeah, you're just some crackpot scientist.
Yeah.
You're just some crazy general who's trying to kill us.
Right,
The
that's
planet's
what
not
I thought.
exploding. You're just, rebelling.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it was. But okay.
There were times in that movie that I was going for General Zod.
Yeah.
Like I was like pulling for him at
Um,
some point. I don't know. Like he was one of those bad guys that he's evil. You hate him. You want him to die. But then again, there's like this aspect of he is just trying to protect his people.
Yeah, but see,
You know?
with me, every villain thinks what they're doing is good, basically.
Yeah.
But Zod, like this was legit. Like I was for him almost. Like if I was in Zod's place, I'd do the same thing.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
I mean
Like,
these people are ants
Yeah.
to me. I mean, why should I really care? My people, come on.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like there's a sense of
He wasn't.
you understand why he's doing that, and you kind of are like, I would probably do that too.
Yeah. So he was evil in the sense of he wanted to destroy the earth,
Yeah.
but he really wasn't. He was actually cool. Well, not cool, calm, but he was collective. He knew what he was doing. He wasn't crazy. He was.
He wasn't crazy.
He wasn't the Joker.
No, he wasn't crazy.
Um,
But Joker wasn't crazy either. I mean, he was, but he was genius in his craziness.
He was a
He
mad
was
scientist.
mad scientist. Well, mad genius. Like I mean.
Another thing, well, you kind of put this into perspective for me, but the robot that like backhanded friggin' Lois Lane, how did that not kill her?
Oh yeah.
And then
I know.
Superman's like grabbing it and struggling with, holding it back. I mean, you put this in perspective for me. You said that he didn't expect it to be as strong as it was. So, I mean, there's that, but still, just how did it not kill her?
Right. Can't kill Amy Adams that easily.
Nope.
I mean, I understand she was the love interest and they had
Exactly.
And on the love interest, dude, that was the smallest like relationship there. I mean,
Oh, I know.
this was the Spider-Man trilogy of friggin' Mary Jane and Peter Parker thrown into one movie.
Yeah, it was pretty stupid. Like, cause at the end they kiss, and it's like, why?
I mean,
You don't even know each other.
you see them go through this journey together, and you're like,
Yeah.
well, maybe that doesn't build a relationship.
Didn't
It
you
just
know Enchanted?
It's yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that that explains it because like the whole premise of that movie was like, oh my gosh, it's Prince writing in,
yeah.
and I have no idea who you are, but I'm supposed to follow you.
Yeah.
But
Basically,
It's
yeah.
Amy Adams. That's what it is.
It is. But no, I mean, like, first you see her, the first time you see each other, they see each other, and they don't even see each other. He grabs her bags. Remember at the snow place or whatever, and
yeah,
they don't even know each other. And then,
he saves you.
like, yeah, she sees him, she follows him, she has no idea who he is. He saves her. She's like, what the crap? Writes a story about him, tries to find him. Eventually, they find each other and they talk to each other like they've known each other, and it's like, you guys are just now meeting for like the first time at this gravesite.
Well,
Like,
I like how they talk to each other like they've known each other, because that just kind of,
well, yeah,
But-
I guess.
I could see how the movie could have ended with them just being friends, but like I said, that had been like Spider-Man 1, so we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But so
Well, they are technically still friends right now.
no. She knows who he is. The reason
Well,
they
yeah.
didn't make out at Planet, whatever, Daily Planet,
Daily Planet.
was because she did and be like, oh,
Keeping the secret.
he's Superman.
identity. Yeah, they were keeping the secret identity. So.
So they are together, and I understand because it's Lois Lane. They should have ended together, but come on, you could have built up the relationship a bit better than what you did.
Yeah.
That made it a 3-hour movie, but
Yeah, it would have been. Well, I don't know. They could have cut something,
yeah,
but
maybe we'll get something out of the DVD.
I don't know. What's some? I'm trying to think of like the things that I didn't like. I didn't like to start with childbirth. The dialogue was kind of iffy for me. What are the other things? I didn't like Amy Adams saying the D word. Not damn, but the other D word. Like she was like, okay guys, let's stop comparing. And
Oh,
and
that
I
was funny.
and I know that was funny, and I laughed. I did laugh, but I was just like,
And she only said it once. What are you talking about?
no, I know, but I just feel like that was unnecessary. And it was at the beginning of the movie, and it's supposed to be like, kids are going to see this movie. Like, they have been advertising it to children like crazy.
Yeah.
And in the beginning of the movie, you see him making fun of Superman. I mean, the little kid on the bus making
Calling him
fun
Dick
of...
Splash. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, calling him names that are just not appropriate for children. And then Amy Adams says this, let's stop comparing. And it's just like... And it starts in childbirth. And you're just like, this is not a
We
child.
keep going back to childbirth.
This is not a kids movie. So I don't know. I was kind of thinking it was going to be more family friendly, I guess, and it just did end up being exactly that.
I mean, when you see the trailers, I mean, you see like Dark Knight plastered all over this movie. Like,
Yeah.
You should have known this was going to be.
I know, which is why I was surprised they were advertising to kids so much.
I mean, it's
'Cause
Superman.
they
Why
were
wouldn't-
even giving out like those 3-foot tall dolls of Superman.
I know, but it's Superman. Why wouldn't you advertise it to kids?
I know. It's just, yeah.
I mean, it was PG-13, right?
Yeah, it's peachy.
So, that's kind of enough warning to say, hey,
That's true.
just give your kids the toys and wait until they get older to show them the movie.
That's true.